Inflation. You hear the word all the time, especially when prices seem to rise faster than paychecks. But what exactly is it and how do we measure it? Inflation simply means prices for goods and services are going up. A little is healthy and usually comes with growth, but too much can hurt everyone, from consumers to investors. That's why policymakers watch it so closely. To track inflation, economists rely on three key indicators: CPI, PCE, and PPI. Those acronyms might sound complicated, but they're really just different ways to look at how prices move. CPI, or the Consumer Price Index, is the one you usually hear about in the news. Imagine shopping for your regular groceries: milk, bread, eggs, gas, rent. CPI measures how those everyday prices change over time. Each category has its own weight, depending on how much people typically spend on it. Housing has a big impact, which is why rising rents often drive inflation numbers higher. The U.S. Federal Reserve, however, prefers PCE, or personal consumption expenditures. It covers similar things but uses broader data from businesses and government sources. PCE also updates its spending weights more often, every quarter instead of every 2 years, so it reacts faster to changing habits. If people spend less on cable and more on streaming, PCE picks that up quicker. Even though the Fed focuses on PCE, markets still react more to CPI since it is released earlier in the month and is widely used around the world. Then there's PPI, the Producer Price Index. While CPI and PCE show what consumers pay, PPI measures what producers pay to make those products: the cost of materials, packaging, and labor. Because it tracks prices earlier in the supply chain, PPI often moves before CPI, acting as an early warning sign of future inflation. When PPI spikes, it's often a hint that consumer prices will follow. You'll also hear the term core inflation. That version removes food and energy prices, which can swing wildly due to things like weather or global conflicts. Core inflation gives a steadier view of long-term trends. When these reports come out, markets look at the year-over-year change, how much prices have risen compared to the same month last year. If the actual number is higher than expected, it signals stronger inflation pressure. If it's lower, it suggests easing. Together, CPI, PCE, and PPI tell the story of how inflation moves through the economy, from factories to store shelves to your wallet. CPI shows what you pay, PCE shows what the overall economy spends, PPI shows what producers face behind the scenes. So the next time you hear the news say inflation rose last month, you'll know what's really behind that number.